Peter Pettigrew and the Prisoner of Azkaban. Episode 11. Recruitment. James, are you sure this is the staircase to Dumbledore's office? I mean, there's a massive stone gargoyle standing right in front of it, and I think it just growled at me. Of course I'm sure. My parents and I came up for a chat during the last Parents' Day. Godric's Hollow, I'm dying. Whose idea was it to drink an entire bottle of fire whiskey last night? What? James Potter is hung over? You're human after all. Oh, piss off. I get hung over. Bollocks! You drink as much as we do, get pissed off your head, and then you're out before the sun flying around the Quidditch pitch. And I hate you for it. So please understand the immense joy I have knowing you're suffering as much as the rest of us. Sorry. I was being sick behind that suit of armor. Yes, we saw it. And heard it. Perhaps we could get upstairs before we smell it. Oh, right. Lemon sherbet. Of course it bloody is. Shall we? Ah, yes. Right on time. I trust you're all feeling well rested after your eventful weekend? Feeling the boost, sir. Glad to hear it, Mr. Potter. Now, I believe you each have an essay for me. Yes, sir. Pete? Right here, sir. Thank you, Mr. Pettigrew. I look forward to reading your insights into such a unique experience. Now, if there's nothing else, I wouldn't want to keep you from the rest of your weekend. Actually, I do have a question, sir. Prongs. Really? Well, I have to know. Yes, Mr. Potter. What's on your mind? Well, sir, we all wrote the essay, and we all, I believe, found something we learned from the experience. However, none of us were able to come to a satisfactory explanation as to why you would send us there. I know the prank was excessive, but the punishment doesn't seem to fit the infraction, sir. Yes, the gravity of your prank most certainly required a punishment, and I didn't believe polishing trophies or scrubbing chamber pots for Poppy were quite strong enough. However, to your point, sending you to the most horrible prison on earth might have seemed a bit extreme. You think? I want you to listen to me closely, boys. As you well know, there is a darkness encroaching on our world. An evil that only wants to cause pain and suffering. To infiltrate our government. To control our school. To divide our friends and family so we all lose hope in one another. Last month, every fifth year at Hogwarts met individually with their respective head of house to discuss their career paths after they leave school, whether that's working for the ministry or the healing arts or even caring for magical creatures. Over 140 fifth years sat and imagined their life after Hogwarts. You four were the only students out of the entire fifth year who said you wanted to fight, to confront this evil, to, quite frankly, lay down your lives for the sake of others. It's true, sir. We do. Yes. And I believe you feel that way. But in the end, you're just boys. And no matter what you've been through in your 15 years of life, when you committed to that, you had no idea what was waiting for you out there. The cruelty, the brutality, the fear. Sending you to Azkaban was the safest and most controlled environment I had at my disposal to let you have just a glimpse of the darkness we were up against. It was a test. In a manner of speaking, Mr. Lupin, yes. Did we pass? Well, Mr. Pettigrew, only you can answer that. Only you can admit how you reacted, what choices you made, and for whom you made them for. You have 2 years left at Hogwarts. 2 years to change your minds. But if you decide you still want to fight, please know, in 2 years' time, your application for enlistment has been accepted. Oh, Professor, I don't know if I... Yes, enter. Headmaster, I have... Oh, hello, boys. You look and smell... Well, Headmaster, I've brought Mr. Filch, as you requested. Good morning, Mr. Filch. Thank you for joining us. Good morning, Headmaster. At your service, sir. I wanted to inform you in person that the rattled rigid program will hereby be suspended. What? Sir, no. No, Headmaster, please. I was just getting started. I have a whole list of kids. No doubt you do, but I've decided it is best to end this successful program on a high note. Of course, I look forward to your future suggestions. But sir, that will be all. Oh, Mr. Filch, one more thing. I believe someone has chucked up behind a suit of armor in the hallway. Would you please restore it? Yes, sir. Bloody kids. Gentlemen, Professor McGonagall, that will be all. Thank you. I believe you can come back out now, Mr. Weasley. You are full of secrets, aren't you, Dumbledore? Was that really why you sent them there? To see if they could handle themselves in your resistance group? Yes, the Order of Fox. Fox? Oh, right, the Phoenix. You know, I actually quite like that better. Thank you, Mr. Weasley. Yes, what I told them was true. However, in any complex situation, you will find that multiple truths are able to exist at the same time. Well, I think one of those truths was that you sent them there to meet me, didn't you? That's also why you disapparated me from Hogsmeade yesterday, right before that killing curse did me in. Made it look like I was obliterated, so no one would continue looking for me, isn't it? Yes. Why? I had heard from one of my sources at Azkaban that a prisoner was being released. That prisoner, you, had been detained for the illegal possession of a time turner. Since no one could positively identify you, my assumption was that you were from the future. Considering my current standing with the Ministry, I couldn't just walk in and speak with you. So, here we are. Yes, here we are, sitting in your office, having a cozy little chat. Why am I not back in Azkaban? You do realize I was trying to murder one of your students. You wouldn't have killed Mr. Carrow. On the contrary, I will kill him right now if you'll give me the chance. You misunderstand me. You won't kill Amicus Carrow because it's against the rules. Rules? You'll come to find I've never been one for following rules. Mr. Weasley, there are some rules you can break, and there are some rules you can only break yourself against. Time is one of those. What are you talking about? Your story solidifies a theory I have. I believe you cannot go back in time to reverse an incident that you feel you are responsible for. If you truly believe it was your fault your brother died, no matter how many times you go back, or how many different ways you attempt it, you are powerless to change it. You just make that up or something. No, I wish I had. You see, I've been through a very similar situation. My sister, Ariana, was killed at a young age, and I believe it was from my doing. Being a resourceful wizard, I created my own time turner. I went back to save Ariana many, many times. But no matter what I did, I was unable to change it. So while you still may want to harm Mr. Caro, I am quite confident your attempts will be futile. So it was all for nothing. All this time, just wasted. All this pain. Watching him die repeatedly. And you're telling me it was for nothing? That is a matter of perspective. Fuck you, old man. As I've stated, I empathize. So what now? You're just going to let me go? Even though I am certain you cannot hurt young Amicus, I cannot let you continue trying, in case your attempts were to harm others. I'm afraid you will have to leave. You're banishing me. No, I'm recruiting you. What? You see, several members of the Order are Auras, the highly trained dark wizard hunters, but they're often inconveniently restrained by the rules and regulations of the Ministry. I have certain interests that fall outside of those rules, and given your proclivity to breaking rules, I think you just might be perfect for the job. What do you say? I would like to see my parents first. I know what you're going to say. I don't want to speak to them. I just want to see them. One more time. I believe that can be arranged. All right. When do I leave? As soon as possible. However, before you go, I do have one last request. What? Have you ever seen a pensieve, Mr. Weasley? I've heard of them. Good. I want to see, in as much detail as possible, everything you can remember about Harry Potter and the Battle of Hogwarts. Sir? Of course. Where are my manners? Licorice whip?